Hey people, thanks for joining Chris on another one of his beer reviews. I'm going to be drinking a wonderful Innis Gunn Brew out of the Innis Gunn branded glass. I got this glass with this Innis Gunn gift pack here. I'm going to read a little bit of what's on the back here. It says, it all began in 2002 when a famous Scotch whiskey distillery contacted us. They wanted to make a beer-finished whiskey. They had tried dozens of beers, but none of them were working. Can you help us? We liked the sound of this, so we created a special beer and delivered uh, that would that we believed would season their oak barrels with sweet malty character. The distillery filled this beer into empty barrels and put them into their granite warehouses to mature. After 30 days, our beer was poured away and oak barrels filled with whiskey. This whiskey turned out to be exceptional, and the distiller ordered thousands of liters of beer from us to season more barrels. We thought no more of it until we received a call that would change everything. You have got to taste this beer that we're pouring away. It's absolutely delicious, said the distillery manager. Tasting this oak barrel beer for the first time was an unforgettable moment. It was delicious and had a flavor unlike any beer we had ever tasted. It had been completely transformed by its time in the special barrels used at the distillery. We did not realize it then, but a whole new style of beer had been born. From that moment, we had been traveling around the world introducing as many people as possible to the unique flavor of our oak-aged beer. People sometimes ask, why Innis Gunn? There are two middle names. These are our two middle names. Neil Innis Sharp, and it looks like Douglas, but I don't think so. Gunn Sharp. I believe it's husband and wife. It could be brother and sister. Uh, I really wish I could read the first name of the second person there. Uh, so yeah, I've reviewed everything in here except for. Actually, I apologize. I've reviewed the spice rum finish in here. I have not reviewed the original, and I have not reviewed the Winter Beer 2011. So I'm going to be doing that for you today. On the back here, it says every ingredient we have used to brew this beer has been selected for its intensity of flavor. Amber and Sarah malt have been added to give a rich, almost chewy malt backbone and a body. We have used a classic blend of aroma hops, Fuggles, Goldings, and Styrian Goldings to add their signature vibrant characters. It's the perfect antidote to cold, dark nights of winter, a beer to be sipped, savored, and appreciated. We got a 7.4% ABV here at 330 milliliters, and we got your same old typical Innis Gunn cap here, which is essentially Innis Gunn spelled in barrels within a star. So this is brewed in small batches, so we're really privileged to be enjoying it today. And it appears that I forgot my bottle opener, so I am going to use something as a replacement. Alrighty, there goes that. Dropping things all over the place. Alright, so here goes. We got this beer, we got this glass, and we got this mix. Let's do it up. Now, isn't that the perfect pour? One might say so. We got a one finger head here. Beautiful, kind of like a dark red looking amber color. Not really picking up on too much off the nose. Not at all. I also don't have as good of a nose as others, so you can't blame me for trying every time. I can either breathe out of one nostril or the other. It switches back and forth throughout the day. That's my I've been born with that. Doctor says nothing's wrong. What can I do? I've never been able to breathe out of both nostrils. Let's give this baby a sip. Oh yeah. Woohoo! That is some good stuff. I've said this in my reviews in the past. Sorry, I'm just cleaning up some stuff I spilled over here. I I've reviewed this in the past. I've said stuff about this in the past. I'm gonna tally it up for you really quickly right here. Innis Gunn has one of those outstanding particular flavors that you either love or you hate. When I first had it, I didn't like it. I didn't like my beers tasting that way. It's kind of like a vanilla approach almost every time. Excuse me, a vanilla and toffee approach almost all the time. And for some reason, it just came out as like a sweet flavor. And I don't really look forward to sweet flavors in my beers, but now that I've come to realize it, it is an amazing concoction of flavors. I will agree with them that this is definitely meant to be sipped. The more you drink it, you don't get any more taste from it. So it's meant to be sipped and savored. But for this beer review, I'm just going to get right down to the bottom. I definitely taste some spices going on in there. I'm not one of those kind of people that can tell you all the different kinds of malts and hops and all that kind of stuff inside of your beer. So if you're looking for that kind of review, I'm really sorry, but I haven't gotten that far. I need to identify my hops and malts. Aside from that, this is still amazing. I can tell you that there's more than 2 or 3 flavors that are going to spike your tongue when you reach this. It goes down really, really smooth. Very well rounded. You get kind of like a creamy, frothiness on your cheeks, which leads to a longer lasting amount of flavor in your mouth, which is amazing. And yeah, you know what? It tastes very similar to their spiced rum. Not too much different. I couldn't really tell you the difference. The difference is probably in those few malts and ingredients that they spoke of. I'm not picking up on the fuggles or the fugal, whatever you want to call them. Definitely a beer to savor. It is very good. You could sip on this like wine, to be completely honest with you. And I think that when it reaches like cellar temperature or almost even room temperature, it might still taste good. I've recently become quite the huge fan of Innis Gunn, and I actually look forward to buying more of their brews in the future. So there you have it, people. It's pretty much the same flavor all the way through. If I notice anything different in the ending, I'll make sure I add it in the description, which means that if you drop the description down below, I know by the time this video has been uploaded whether the change is tasted or not. So you can check up those details at the bottom. Also got anything I might have missed, ABV, beer details, brewery, where the brewery's from, all that kind of stuff. I know I forgot where the brewery's from, so you're definitely going to be getting that on the description. Alright, so thanks for joining me on another one of Chris's beer reviews. I'm going to throw out my PSA like I normally do because it's become a Stormland tradition. Don't drink and drive, but drink responsibly. Cheers.